Well, it's for me, when I saw it, I was start smiling because it didn't come as a surprise to me. Because if you look at, let's say, the past 10 years in American-Venezuela relations, it's clear that America is not happy with how things are happening in Venezuela. So they have done several things, not openly, but through diplomatic circles, underground, through secret things that they've done. And they had wanted Maduro out of power. The elections were held, and the verdict was that Maduro lost the elections. That is the verdict of a lot of people in Venezuela. But then the Electoral Commission says Maduro won. So America decided that whatever it takes, they have to take out that government, no matter what it takes. Because, see, in diplomacy and international relations, see, the things like the statement our minister has issued, they are just for the optics. The real things happen in secrecy. The closed door meetings, the things that they do that nobody knows, only a few people gets to know. It's what we call diplomacy and international relations. Most of the time when we talk about diplomacy and international relations, you see things on the front burner. I say, these ones are not the issues. These ones are just to keep the public mind on something. But the real thing that happens, we have no idea. Majority of the world do not know what happens. And I always refer people to two things. That if you want to know real diplomacy and what happens behind the scenes that majority of us don't know, but only few people know, go and take a critical look at the WikiLeaks documents and see the kind of things that governments were doing, American government in particular, was doing that even their own citizens do not know. Many of the things that even breach the laws of America, but because it's not public, how do you know the law has been breached? Then you follow it up with Edward Snowden's leak. If you read critically these two leaks, which actually exposed a lot of things that America does in the dark, that even breaks their own laws, yet their citizens are not aware. That is what we call proper diplomacy. Because, see, American foreign policy is, they always say it, and it is open, that they have permanent interest and they don't have permanent friends. So for them, it's about their interest and not friends. So they can be smiling with you, but if their interest is at stake, they don't care who you are. They will protect their interest over the friendship they have with you. And that is what the WikiLeaks exposed to the world. And that is why they have done everything possible. And today, they are still doing everything possible that the two gentlemen who actually caused them that damage, if it is possible, they should be able to get them to the US and put them behind bars. But this is the country where they say freedom of the press, freedom of speech, democracy is everything. The public must know everything. If the public must know everything, why is it that your secret has been leaked and now you want to put the people in jail? So you see, diplomacy that they always tell us, we see them having meetings, those ones, they are just for the front.
Optics.
It's just for the optics. The real ones that are done in the dark is about what is the interest of my country? How do I protect it? What do I do? Where do I have to make concessions to protect my country? Where do I have to fight for my country, not making concessions? Unfortunately, Ghana and many poorer countries, we are nowhere in the game. This game is about the powerful countries in the world. They understand what interest is. For us, we only make statements. We don't even understand what is happening in the dark. Well, you see what America has done. America sits there, they need oil to power their industries. And Venezuela is selling the oil to Russia and China. And they say, you are our next door neighbor. You are our brothers. When you are in trouble, we are the first to come to help you. If we need oil to power our industries and you are selling to our opponent, that cannot be right. You should have to give it to us because your people even migrate to our country. So they don't like it. And they've done a whole lot to get it. It wasn't working. So if you see Trump, after the assignment, The first statement, the second statement, the first was to announce the success.
Yeah.
And the second is that American oil companies can now go to Venezuela and produce oil. So it tells you the motivation for all that they've done is the oil in Venezuela.
Mind you, Venezuela was selling the oil now in yuan and euros, not necessarily dollar.
Exactly. So you realize that the interest of America is what they were protecting. And for me, I always say it. That's why people say, why is that? Somebody say, don't travel to their country. I say, forget it. You must fight for your country and protect your country. What is the interest of your country is paramount over anything. So if America felt that the oil in Venezuela being sold to China and Russia is not in the interest of America, they will do anything to protect it. And people will say, America has gone to war here. Look, you can never be a superpower in the world if you have not engaged in conquest. No superpower ever emerged. Look at the Roman Empire and go to the Middle East, come to Europe, come everywhere. Any country that has once been a superpower is because of conquest. And it will never change. You can do all kinds of the diplomacy, you can do all the economic and everything. It takes conquest to determine who is powerful. And that is what America has demonstrated. And nobody should be worried about that. I know people complain, so I say, look, they are doing what they think is in the interest of their country. You may not be happy, you may not like it, but they don't give a damn about whether you are happy or not. They are more concentrated on what is in the interest of the country called America.
The USA.
So you to think about what is the interest of your country rather than shouting. I know that the idea is that, oh, if America can do that, then every country should be afraid. It's true. Yeah, you get scared that it means that we are getting to the animal kingdom standard where the rich and powerful control. Look, we are humans. We always talk about animal farm, but I can tell you that the whole world, everything that is happening is an animal farm project. Okay? Everything we, the humans, we do is an animal farm thing. Because every single individual or country is fighting for their own interest. If what is happening will affect their interest, they'll fight you. So I think that we should understand that for us, we are not in the game. We can come and condemn an issue statement. America doesn't care about that. What they care about is what is in the interest of America. That's what they do. So for me, the statement our foreign minister has issued, I look at it and say, well, it just reflects how we understand the diplomacy as a country. Even the United Nations, the AU, read their statement they have issued, it's very terse. Because they know that the power that is at stake, you can't just confront it just like that. Because there are repercussions in confronting such powers. There are repercussions. If the entire AU, which represents the entire continent, even their statement is terse, it tells you that they recognize that no matter what, America is a nation that they cannot just say they are confronting. They want to avoid confrontation. And these are some of the things. I always say, when the Saudi Arabians killed that gentleman, I forgot his name, and Khashoggi, and everybody was shouting, America should sanction Saudi Arabia. I looked alive. I told somebody it will never happen. And the person answered, I said, do you really know the relations between America and Saudi Arabia? In the Middle East, their strongest ally in the Middle East is what? Saudi Arabia. At that time, they have a weapons supply deal worth over $500 billion to Saudi Arabia. You want America to go and condemn Saudi Arabia so that they will take that contract to China or Israel. That one man die is not in the interest of America. They can't exchange one man's life, okay, for a $500 billion contract. They will not do that. So you see, as a country, we are. Let's always ask ourselves, what is in our interest as a country? We must fight for what is ours. I believe that the statement will be politically, it makes sense. But I think diplomatically, economically, socially, in terms of making some impact in the scheme of things, I must say that we have to really take a critical look at our foreign policy and how we react to things when they happen. Because sometimes we are out there even when the people who matter in diplomacy have not even spoken. Ghana is already out there. You see, in the world, then you have to see whether you are aligned to A or B, because whether you like it or not. So that idea of non-aligned movement, I always say, is just a confusion. Because in the world, it's about power blocks. and you must understand which of the power blocks
to belong to.
If you really understand where your interest should be, you must align to a power block. But you are not a power block. That's the first thing. We are not a power block. So you must belong to a power block one way or the other.
Right.
And that is why it is important that, look, we shouldn't just play to the gallery. We want to do things that they say, oh, Ghana condemned it and all that. But behind the scenes, things that will happen in the proper diplomatic cycles may end up affecting us. I've said it here, that Mahama's one of the biggest problems facing us today in our economy, is when we attempt to sign the LGBT law. It will bring us to zero in the economy, because the America that will align with us, that they support it, they have decided not to support us financially. The whole of life, they say we are not qualified for any money from the US for various reasons. The Western countries that are likely to support you are the ones who are going to say they support LGBT, don't sign it. If you sign it, they will withdraw support. So see, there are certain things the public may be hailing you and may say do it. But the question is in the interest of the nation. So we sit in Ghana and we are more worried and concerned about what is happening between America and Venezuela. Okay, we are more concerned about America and Venezuela. The question is, in the sub-region, are we concerned about Ghana-Nigeria relations, Ghana-Togo-Benin relations? How are we looking at the benefits that will come from? Because see, those who are far away from us, and they have reasons why they are doing that. And when the thing happened, there's a section of the public who went out there who were jubilating because they supported the candidate who they claim has won, but the election was stolen. So they were there jubilating, said they have freedom. But it goes beyond that freedom. Though America will hide behind the freedom and say the man who lost the election is imposing himself. American interest is not necessarily about the election.
Very well.
That is why Trump,
thank you.
I heard ExxonMobil has distanced themselves from what Trump has said. Because
I think so far about 2 American oil companies.
That is supposed to be a secret. But that's why I say I love Trump. He doesn't hide the thing. This thing, if it were Democrats, they will just focus on the democracy. Meanwhile, underground.
They are doing their own thing.
But Trump has come to tell the whole world that it's because of the oil. It's not about the democracy.
Thank you.